Okay, so we are on part 3. So, like I said before, this should have happened in a different way. This is not the type of ending you want. Of course, this is going to be an investigation. They did have a press conference. Well, like, more than likely not. He just got on there and spoke, said they weren't going to answer any questions. They weren't going to take questions at this time, which I found very odd. You have a community that is very upset about this and you don't want to answer any questions, but that's my opinion. It's just, this whole thing is sad and it's just mind-boggling. Yeah, like, what's your guys' thought? Because everything I find online, this is my thoughts, my opinions. I'm not putting this out there so you can be like, oh yeah. No, it's when you see stuff, like, I've seen a picture of what the teen had on him, and I won't put it on here. Just like I've said before, think of it as a kitchen knife, but not like a steak knife. But when you see the video that's out there, it's kind of like I'm like, this could be handled a lot different. Even his aunt said the same thing, and the grandpa was saying, hey, this is where he was, and this is where they were. And this is the protesting that happened, I want to say it was Saturday or Sunday, of just some of the people. I think it's this guy. He talked about it, but I'm not too sure. But there's supposed to be another rally this coming weekend. Okay, I just want to point out, like, this is East Idaho News, and this is where some of the stuff has come through. But, like, this part here, where in situations like this, officers must make decisions in seconds. They assess threats not just to themselves, but to those nearby. I do not know how to say that person's last name. But in this case, 2 individuals were within a few feet of an armed, non-compliant individual. And so it was a risk, and yeah. So how I'm getting it, I mean, it's like they had enough room, and they could have been a little bit farther back to talk to the guy. So really, it's a bad situation, and the investigation, yes, is still going on, but where, in my opinion, that the sheriff's office, the chief, they should have been like, okay, we'll take a couple questions, or ask, you know but going in and being like, okay, this is what it is. Yeah, we're not answering any questions. They play the 911 tape. Like, he couldn't even look at the people, like, audience, but was standing there. He couldn't look at him. And it's like, usually when press releases happen, you're able to ask questions, or at least some people. So it's just, it kind of gives a bad feeling to me that they may think that they did the wrong, which in my opinion, they did. They did not handle it like they should have. But yeah, so go ahead, form your own opinion. But this is what my thoughts and opinions are. And I can't wait to see what the outcome is and what they have to say about if the people are going to go on administrative leave, or if they're not, or if they're done. So we shall see how this unfolds. And I'm very sad for the family that had experiences. And lucky enough, nobody else was hurt in what went on. And he shouldn't have been hurt at all. But I couldn't imagine if things even went worse. That would have been terrible. So my condolences go out to the family. Yeah. So let's keep everything nice. But like I've said, this is what I think. My opinions. Do your own research.